Welcome to Today in Putnam County, hosted by Putnam County Mayor Randy Porter, the show that takes a look at the events and what's happening all around Putnam County, as well as interviews with local, community, and business leaders. And now, sharing his insights and experience, here's Today in Putnam County with County Mayor Randy Porter.
Welcome to Today in Putnam County. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're having a great week. This week's show, it's about a new program that's going to be at the Putnam County High School, and it's a flip-off of a program that's already at Tennessee Tech, and you may not have heard of it. It's called the Independence Program. It's a great program that Tennessee Tech and the school system are working together on to basically help young adults that have disabilities with learning life skills and all those kind of things. My guests this week are Sheri Roberson. She's with the Independence Program at Tech. Randy Mansell with the trades school at the high school. And then we got Vicki Hammons, who is going to be the project manager. She's a senior this year at Cookeville High School, and with the project manager on the house that they're building for this program. We got a lot of information to throw at you and tell you about this program, because it is really good, and to see the school system and Tech working together to help these folks is just unbelievable. So, Sheri, let's talk about the Independence Program and how long it's been around, and then tell us about what it does.
It's been around for, I know I've been in this position 13, 14 years, and so it's been around at least that long. But we have been partnering with Tech for many years and are so thankful for them and the education department over there. Dr. Zagumny has been great about partnering with us. We have a couple rooms and access to a kitchen at the Matthews Daniels Hall, and we have our program set up over there with a teacher and 2 assistants, and they serve our young adults 18 to 22 who have graduated from high school, and we're working on them learning their employability skills, how to navigate the community, independent living skills. Some of them can live in an apartment with support. They can live in a group home. Some choose to stay at home, but they are able to be employed and working. So we have partners in the community, different businesses who hire them. Many times we have about a 90% rate of them being employed when they leave us, full-time employment. Some of them are living on their own in apartments, doing their own checkbook, paying their bills, which is what we strive for. So they are out in the community. We do many service projects. We do Cooking on the Square. They do Habitat for Humanity. They audit classes at Tech. We are working in the classroom on those daily living skills. They do Santa Rosa Workshop. They're known for their crafts that they make. And,
I think back over the years, a lot of these special needs folks have been overlooked, haven't they?
Yes, in many ways, yes.
Yeah, and thought that, they get to a certain point and then that's it. But you see those folks, and I'm a big Exceptional Bean guy. I mean, they've done a great job.
Great partner.
Yeah.
Our students work there. If you ever get a chance to go to the Exceptional Bean, they make wonderful coffee. So please
They make pretty good tea, too.
Yes,
so.
They do. I'm a huge coffee drinker, but it's wonderful, yes.
And so to be able to help these young men and women move on in life and experience things that they may have not dreamed that they'd be able to. I mean, I just think is amazing that we've got programs like that that's going to do it, because when I go to Exceptional Bean, those are some of the most cheerful, happy people you'd ever want to be around. They've got disabilities or needs with physical disabilities and some with mental different things. But they're a great asset to our community. And I just think I'm so glad that these programs are there, because I remember a time, like you probably do, Randy, that these special needs programs weren't there. Right. I know growing up, we had a special needs child there that went to church with us, and and that family had a tough time because there wasn't those kind of programs out there to help with, and it just blesses your heart, doesn't it, to know that we live in a community that we're trying to take care of those folks.
What many businesses have found is with some accommodations or modifications or support that they're some of the best employees that they have.
Absolutely.
We have Tutco as one of our partners, and we have many students who have gone on to be full-time employees, and one of them got Employee of the Month with them, and so Texas Roadhouse is a huge partner with us, and we have students that are employed there, and they work with our work-based learning program. Chicken Salad Chick does a lot with us. Bellacino's. We have many. I'm leaving many out, I know, but we have a lot of business partners who have come on with us who before did not have any idea and were a little nervous about it. And I understand that because they think of the liability. But they have their own insurance, and once they get to know our students, they fall in love with our students, and which is why they are hired full-time once that time of internship ends, because they are some of the best employees that they have. They're hardworking. They're on time. They're there every day, and they love their job because they want to do a good job.
They want to do a good job, yeah.
They become some of the best employees that they have if they're given a chance, because many times they weren't given a chance.
Right.
And a lot of that was just because they did not know and they did not understand how to accommodate and how to have the workplace fit to what they needed so that they could do their job. And that's where we come in. So it's been a great experience for our partners as well as for us.
Everybody working together to make this happen, and it's just amazing. We live in a great community, don't we?
We do. Yes, we do.
Where everybody comes together and partnerships. One of my segments I recorded earlier was about Fall Fun Fest and how all the businesses and everybody comes together to put on something like that, and y'all are working together to do this. And we're talking about the Independence Program between Putnam County School System and Tennessee Tech. You're teaching these folks life skills too,
yes,
right?
We are. Yes.
Talk about some of those.
We work with them on how to even navigate the community through, whether it's how to catch the bus or how to do their grocery list, how to manage their money so that someone doesn't take advantage of them, how to make a weekly plan on what they're going to eat. If they have to go to the doctor, how do I set that up? If I'm sick, or how do I make decisions with my money on what's best to spend it on?
Creating a budget.
Yes, doing their budget. And if I'm going to go to the movies, what do I need to do and how do I do that? And so it's just those things that we don't necessarily think about that come so natural to us that we work with them on, doing their laundry and cleaning up and cleaning their bedroom. How would you go about that? And just your daily chores on doing those and caring for themselves, because many times they've had someone caring for them
all their life.
Yes. Yeah. And it's making them more independent in caring, and they love that because they're now responsible for, they want that responsibility. They don't want someone having to take care of them, because everyone wants to be independent. They don't want to have to rely on somebody else, and they're no different. Parents are a little, about letting go because they have sheltered them, and I get that, because you want to shelter them, but they want that independence too. So we work on just all of those daily living things so that they can be as independent as they can.
Well, that is great. In the next segment, we're going to talk about how you're expanding the program. This is exciting. This is a big deal. But we got to take a break. You're listening to Today in Putnam County. Stay with us.
And now back to Today in Putnam County, hosted by Putnam County Mayor Randy Porter.
Welcome back to Today in Putnam County. Our show this week, it's about a great program called Independence, the Independence Program. It's a partnership with Cookeville High School and Tennessee Tech. It involves our special needs citizens here in Putnam County. Some have physical disabilities, mental disabilities, special needs, and these folks are helping them be able to go to tech and audit classes and teach them life skills and how to be independent on themselves. And this program is about to be expanded. And so my guests this week are Randy Mansell. He's over the trades program out at the high school. Sheri Roberson, she's over this independence program, and Vicki Hammons, she's the project manager. She's a senior at the high school with the trades program. And Randy, I had you on not too long ago, and we were talking about the trades program, and y'all build a house each year and sell it, and teaching kids how to be framers and sheetrockers and electricians and plumbers and all those kind of things. How did you get involved with this independence program?
Well, we were approached last year towards the end of the school year about maybe selling the house that the students built for the independence program. And they had looked at the one at White Plains, I think, and maybe it was a little small for their needs and wasn't going to be a good fit. And then they looked at ours and said, would you sell this house and we'll move it? And that was fine with me, but I thought about the cost of moving a house. It's just 300 or 400 yards to the new location, but it's still going to be a $12,000 or $14,000 ordeal to pick that thing up, load it on a trailer, move it, put a foundation under it.
Right.
So I suggested that we go ahead and sell that house at auction like we normally do, and then just build this year's house on a permanent foundation for the independence program. And
it just be at the high school to be there for years to come.
Yeah. And talk to the students about it. They were ambitious and ready to go, and we've already gotten great community support, and I'd like to tell about a few of those people. Steve Vandevoorty from Vandevoorty Services has already run our sewer lines and run the electrical conduit from the pole underneath the house. He is going to help supervise my carpentry students in the completion of the electrical and the plumbing. So not only are the independence program is going to get the work done, our kids are going to get the experience working with professional craftsmen and doing this job. And then CHC Mechanical Contractors, Vicki and I just left a meeting with those folks, and they're all in on the HVAC. They're not only going to help us with equipment, and they're talking to corporate people trying to get donations, but they're going to come over and direct the kids. The students at Cookeville High School will actually be installing the equipment, running the ducts, all the work under the supervision of Cookeville Heating and Cooling.
That is great.
And then Builder Supply gave us the block at half price. And then those guys over there are working on a deal trying to get the brick donated. So everybody
coming together.
Yeah. Will Odom from Rogers Group's bringing us field dirt. Sonia Brown and Tom Glenn. Sonia Brown from American Way and Tom Glenn from Dotson's Branch Graphic help us sell our house every year. And that allowed us, selling last year's house, that allowed us to work on the independent program. So
that's exciting.
Randy's done an awesome job.
Yeah, well, he has, and I told him the other day that with all the folks that he's trained over the years, and we were in there for a while it was almost a crisis mode with not enough electricians and plumbers and all those kind of things. But you're killing two birds with one stone with this and being able to build this house, and then it's going to go to the independence program to train all and help all these special needs folks.
It truly is a community project.
It is.
It really
Vicki, are
is.
you excited?
Yes, I am.
So you're a senior at the high school, and I think you're going to hold a title that there's not been before. That's the project manager over the whole building of the house, right?
Yes, sir.
So how did that come about with you I mean, I think of you and beautiful young lady, and I would have thought you would have been into TV or all kinds of different things, but you're into project managing on building. How'd that come about?
So my grandparents had a big impact on me, and when we lived in California, my whole family did construction.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I joined it my freshman year, and I've stuck with the program because I just fell in love with it. And I talked to Mr. Mansell last year about my interest in being a building inspector and a project manager, so he let me take on this job to see if it's something I actually want to do in the future.
Did you say building inspector?
Yeah.
Come see me when you get out of school, okay? we have a hard time finding building inspectors to work for the county. So
there's a big shortage.
A huge shortage.
Yeah.
That's the big one we have right now is trying to find those. It's a tough job, but that sounds exciting to be able to just. To build a house sounds exciting, but to be able to keep it there on site at the high school to be able to use it for the Independence program. So what's that gonna do, Sheri, to the program, and what's it going to do?
It will be great because we're calling it the Independence 2 program. It will serve not just Cookeville High School, but all of the high schools. So once the child is it's not a child, it's a young adult, is 18, then we had a subset of students who weren't quite ready for our tech program, so they stayed at Cookeville High School. Well, when you graduate, you want to move on to something else.
Right.
So that class that was housed at Cookeville High School or at the other high schools, they will now have the chance to graduate and go to this Independence 2 program there behind Cookeville High School, and they will get the same chance to learn the independent living skills. They will have more supported job opportunities, and then if they're ready then to move on to our program at Tech, they'll have the opportunity to do that, or they can stay there from the time 18 to 22, those 4 years, then they can do it at the Independence 2 program. But it gives them an opportunity to move on to something else versus stay in the high school setting for those 4 years post-secondary. So it's just another step post-secondary for them to have that opportunity to move on, to develop those skills in a setting outside of that high school once they've graduated.
It's almost like moving on to college.
Yes, it is. It's you could call it a middle college, like our students go to vocational school.
Yeah.
So it's that middle setting for them versus, until they get ready, or if they stay there, that's fine. But then if they get ready to move on to the tech program, they can. But we are so excited with this house and Randy and his students. I love that the students are doing it because it's for our students, and so I think it's affecting many different programs just by it being built through Randy and his students.
People helping people,
yes,
that's what it's all about, isn't it? So you're going to get a group of students. You got your group that goes to Tennessee Tech and does all those things over there, but this is going to hit a different group of folks
yes, it is.
that maybe weren't ready to do that
Yes.
you're going to be able to touch their lives and be able to do it for 4 years?
Yes, so they can stay and through their 22nd. Through their 21st birthday. So if they turn 21 in that year, they can stay with us in Putnam County Schools. So from 18 through their 21st birthday, they can stay and be able to have services. So this will allow them to do that in that program. It's going to hit a whole little group of students who weren't quite ready to go to the Independence program at Tech. Now they're graduating to another program.
Yes. On site there at the high school. That's great. We're talking about the Independence program, which is expanding. It's a partnership between Tennessee Tech and the Putnam County School System, and it's teaching life skills to special needs young men and women that may not have that opportunity to get these skills, to be able to get them where they're independent and be able to move out into the world and get jobs and live normal lives. And we got more to talk about, but we got to take a break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
And now back to Today in Putnam County, hosted by Putnam County Mayor Randy Porter.
Welcome back to Today in Putnam County. Our show this week, it is on a program called the Independence Program, and it's a partnership between the Putnam County School System and Tennessee Tech, and it's helping our special needs adults here in Putnam County, 18 to 22 years old, graduating from high school. They may have disabilities, special needs that does not let them do some of the jobs or have the skills that they need to do some jobs. And the goal of this program is to get those folks to where they're independent and be able to get jobs, be hired, live on their own, those kind of things. And my guests this week are Randy Mansell. He's over the trades program at the Cookeville High School, and Sheri Roberson, she's over this independence program. And then we got Vicki Hammons. She's a senior at the high school, and she's the project manager on the building of this new house that's going to be involved in the independence program. Sheri, we were talking about this is an expansion of the existing program that's been there for years with helping these folks with special needs or disabilities. What Randy's doing with this new house is allowing you to expand that program, right?
Yes, we've grown in our special education department. We've had more and more families move here for our services. So the number of students that we can reach will now expand with this program, and it will also allow students who have not been ready to go to our program at Tennessee Tech to have a place to go once they've graduated high school to work on their post-secondary skills, just like any other student who goes to vocational school or goes to college. They now will have a place to go to work on their independent living skills, those life skills that everyone needs to live independently, and work on job skills. We work on getting them employed in the community, as well as we can still partner with tech at our house to have practicum students come, nutrition students come and do nutrition plans with them, exercise science students come to do health plans and things like that. So they will still have those opportunities at our new Independence 2 program. It'll just be on Cookeville High School's campus. And just because it's on Cookeville High School campus doesn't mean it's just for Cookeville High School.
Right.
It will serve all of our students
Monterey,
across
Baxter,
the county.
whole...
Yes, the whole county. It's just we had a great place to put it there, and Randy Mansell and his students will be building it. So it's just a great project, and we're excited.
Randy, you build a house every year. Normally you sell it.
Right.
This time you're going to build it, and it's going to stay on the Cookeville High campus and have a place for these folks to...
Absolutely. I'm excited. And it gives my kids an opportunity to do a few things that they didn't normally do, like HVAC work. The electrical will be permanently hooked up. Sewer will be hooked up. You know, we build our other house in mind that it's going to be moved.
Yeah.
So there's some things that we don't get to do in the completion of it that will be done on this house.
You have a lot of businesses that work with you and help sponsor this. If someone's listening and they have a construction business or their supply business or something that they'd like to get involved, how can they do
just
that?
Just call Cookeville High School, and they'll get them in contact with me.
And Sheri, if someone wants to partner, you've got a lot of businesses. I was reading some of them: the Exceptional Bean, which is a big one, Tudco, Chicken Salad Chick, Texas Roadhouse, Bellacino's, River Church. You got a lot of these businesses that are hiring these special needs folks. Once you get them trained and get them out and giving them jobs. What if there's a business out there that's listening that would like to be a part of that and talk to you about the program? How would they go about doing that?
They would just, if they call my office at the central office, 526-9777, just ask for me. I'm the supervisor of special education. We would love to have new business partners. It can be paid, unpaid. We have job coaches that come in with our students. You would just tell them what they would need to train our students to do. They can be supported on site or they can be unsupported, where the student comes and the job coaches bring them. We provide the transportation. They can be an hour. It can be 2 hours. But we would love to have new partners in new businesses where we could bring our students to learn a skill. It can be anything, and we will support them on your job site. But we are always looking for new partners. We just signed a partnership with Goodwill.
Oh, wow.
We're excited for our students to go and train to work there, so we are very excited about that. So any new partners in the community, just give us a call. We would love for our students to to train to work, and you don't have to hire them. It could just be a training site for us, and it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be a paid training site, just to give them the opportunity to learn the skill.
And one of the stigmatisms I think some of the folks think about is the insurance, but these folks,
No,
they don't have to worry about that,
You don't have
right?
to worry about that, and like I said, our people are on the site with them. It's just giving them some. In some offices, it's copying, or it's cleaning, or it's any of those things that they can learn and go and be out in the community and doing a job. So it's not that if you're in an accounting office, they're going to come in and do accounting. It might be that they're filing, or they're just making copies for an hour or for 45 minutes. So you can partner in many ways with us.
Well, that's great. So if you're interested in being a partner with the Independence Program, call Sheri at 526-9777, or you can call out to Cookeville High School and talk to Randy, ask for Randy, and be a part of the trades program. And so you got Vicki in a new position that you've never had before, right?
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, she's a fourth-year carpentry student. She's my stained glass artist.
Stained glass artist.
Yeah, a lot of people have saw her work on my Facebook page.
Yeah,
I have seen it, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, she's a stained glass person, but she also is very good with organizing and all the things that I'm not. So she's already doing purchasing this year. She's filling out purchase orders, dealing with the vendors. When problems arise, they're going to be Vicki's problems, not mine. So
she's learning all the hard stuff about those jobs.
And the guys in the class tend to listen to her better than they do me. So
I understand.
Yeah.
Are you rough on them, Vicki?
If I need to be, I can.
I don't doubt it. Vicki, you've been around with your grandparents and folks that may have been in the construction business or something made you want to get into this field.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what's it like to have all these other students that are going to be at the high school, you being the boss, and is that working out okay?
So far it's been great. At first I was a little scared or worried about it, just being a girl in a class of like all guys, but Mr. Mansell especially has played a huge part in making me feel more comfortable in that position. I
can imagine that none of the guys better get out of line. I know how tough he is. That wouldn't go over very well. So what's your dream job? I know if you make it through high school, what's next after high school?
So I'm still debating between a few things, but the two big ones I'm thinking about is being a project manager or being an occupational therapist.
Wow. So you got some decisions to make this year about where the lead you go down there. Well, there's a lot of opportunities for project managers. I know that out in the construction business, because we've been growing so much, and there's just a real shortage of trades and those kind of things. So, but it's nice to have choices, isn't it?
Absolutely.
To be able to do that. Randy, how's the program going this year? When do y'all get started on the actual construction?
Almost immediately. We had a crew come and put the foundation up while school was out, so we were ready to go on day one. August the 3rd, we got the bid approval from the Board of Ed, releasing the vendors that had bid on materials, and Vicki started ordering. As soon as we got those in hand, like the next day, we had all of our frame. We got everything we need to get a roof on the house sitting there waiting on us. And the students started putting the sill plates down, and one side of the house has the floor joist on it. We should finish the floor system next week, have the subflooring down, and start putting some walls up.
How long have you been doing this at high school?
This is 28.
Have you ever thought about how many kids you've taught over the years?
Yeah,
hundreds and hundreds.
A lot, yeah.
And but you're teaching them a trade that they can immediately go out from high school and start using.
Yeah. I hope so.
Yeah, because it's great. We need those plumbers and electricians and framers and all those kind of things. I talked to a lot of the contractors, and they have a hard time finding construction workers that, and you can make some really good money.
More than I make.
Yeah, as a teacher, I no doubt. Probably starting out, they can do that. Guys, thanks for being on the show. Great program that you're doing. I'm glad to see that it's expanding into the second one. And Randy, for y'all to work with these folks and taking everybody and build this house and everything, it just shows what a great community we live in and how everybody comes together to meet the needs.
It's good stuff.
It is.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Don't let those guys take advantage of you now. You'd be hard on them now when you're building those houses. But I wish you the best too, and whatever you decide to do once you get out of high school.
Thank you.
That's our show. Hope you have a great rest of your week. May God continue to bless Putnam County.
You've been listening to Today in Putnam County, hosted by Putnam County Mayor Randy Porter.